Hello, hello. So we are now playing. We just finished Alan Wake 1. Unfortunately, they don't have American Nightmare for um, PlayStation, so I wasn't able to. Sorry, I'm answering a text. Sorry, bad time for a text, I know. But anyway, they didn't have American Nightmare, and I didn't see any of the Alan Wake 1 DLCs available for PlayStation, so I wasn't able to play those on stream, so I apologize for that. But we're going to start Alan Wake 2, and I'm super excited, and I'm also a little nervous. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little nervous. But here we go. Photosensitivity warning. Looks good. English subtitles. Ah, here we go. Oh my god. Options. Horror flash visual intensity. I'll probably just keep single tap walk. When on, you can change from sprint to walk with a single tap. When off, sprint has to be held down to change from sprint to walk. Double tapping backwards quickly turns the player character around. Button tapping. When on, all button tapping actions are completed with a single tap instead. Should we turn that on? Changes what action is entered. I'm gonna do the button tap, but the rest will keep the same. No motion blur. No motion blur. Hate motion blur. Dialect vibration? Oh. What the hell? Applies equalizer filters to decrease high-pitched sounds like bird calls, tire screeches, or machinery noises. These filters decrease frequencies above 1 kilohertz. Recommend if you have hyperacusis or when high-frequency sounds cause discomfort. This is so cool. They have all these options. Yeah, speaker name. Nudity sensor. There's gonna be nudity? Oh my god. You can't see the back of it? Aw. I mean, the windbreaker's kind of cute. Should we just keep the FBI one though? I mean, they're both pretty much the same. One's just black and one's kind of brownish. I think we'll go with that. Okay. Here we go. We'll do normal.
Back to the beginning. We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story. In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way. This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
Digging the music. I'm digging it. Oh, there's a booty. What the nudity sensor does, just like a blur effect on the butt or something. Okay. Oh, he doesn't want us to look at the front. That's okay, we shouldn't look at the front anyway. I do want to see where the hell we are though. Or maybe it just puts pants on him. I'm curious, actually. Oh, that zooms in. Just seeing if any of the buttons do anything. Alright, well, we're a naked man washed ashore. Can you guys help me? I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. I'm sorry, I need to turn it up. Maybe that was too much. One down. Okay. I guess those people are not helping us. We're hearing noises. Noises that I do not want to be hearing. Things all around. What the hell was that? Oh god! Oh, Jesus. Don't like any of that. Sprint for toggling L3. Okay. That's different. The first game did left bumper. Or R1 or whatever. I don't have anything to fight you with. Oh, okay. You're gone. What's coming? I see lights. Is there anything here that can help me? Leave no trace. What does that say? Fires prohibited. Hi. Will you disappear like the other one did? Oh, someone's fighting them for me. Maybe. I'm just gonna run through you. No, I'm not. I'm dead. Is this scripted? I'm gonna assume that was meant to happen. What a way to start a game. Jesus. So intense.
Hey, kiddo. How are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers! I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo. Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up. Here we are. Cauldron Lake.
Time to get to work. deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map.
So intense, jeez. No motorized vehicles. Protect the trails.
Horizon. Before we get swallowed up by the trees.
Map displays key locations in the area.
I think I hear someone. Could be our deputy.
I can go take a look.
How do I see the map? I thought it said the touchpad, but it's not doing anything.
I'm up here now. That's just how the cookie crumbles.
Hi.
Hey, over here. Hey there. Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, you know, that, Federal agents right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
Okay, so your name is Alex Casey. That is the character in Alan Wake's books. So, is this real? Am I real?
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell them about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, you know, inside.
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Mulligan, tell them I'm here, waiting. I'll show them around.
They got it, Thornton.
Oh, no, I didn't want to go through yet. Can I go back? Because there's another way I could go. Oh, here we go. That's cool, it just shows me the signpost.
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
Yeah. What's this way? Unless this is the way we're supposed to go later. Oh my gosh, there's so many ways to go. Cauldron Lake. I'm guessing we can't go through here yet.
Locked. They really don't want people coming in here. The Federal Bureau of Control? That's a new one. Toxic volcanic gas, huh?
The FBC is an obscure branch. It only shows up for unusual cases.
Well, what's so unusual about volcanic gas?
Beats me.
So what I want to know is that just an Easter egg that his name is Alex Casey? Or is that mean something. Is this one of Alan's books? Were you playing a book? Going for a hike. Birdie birdie. The rarest wildlife in the Pacific Northwest. I finally made my way to Cauldron Lake. The fence was easy to climb over with the proper gear and skills, which I thankfully possessed. Next goal, spotting the rare and elusive orange-crowned warbler. A little late in the season, but hopefully I can catch it before it begins its journey south. I've noticed intriguing behavior in the surrounding common bird life. They seem to be alarmed and swarm around the lake. No birds of prey nearby. There are some strange sounds carried on the wind, however, nothing I can recognize or explain. Getting a little concerned. I might have to find another spot, somewhere safer. The sounds are getting closer. Moved inland. Foliage is stunning. Must come back in fall. Had to stop and sketch this gorgeous vine maple. Just at the way the Methuselah's beard hangs off it. This is why trees are better than people. Speaking of people, saw some drunk guy staggering around the forest earlier, acting weird. Maybe drugs? Kept my distance. Should probably find another spot. So annoying. After I saw that weirdo guy, I decided to change spots again. Moved up the mountain a bit. Found a fantastic overlook to camp at. But I'm more interested in this Alaska onion grass, invasive but edible and surprisingly tasty. Started hearing wolves or wild dogs or something like 10 minutes ago, but they sound wrong. Rabies? Want to leave, but the sun is going down and my stupid phone is dead. Gonna hide in the tent and hope they go away. Something is really not right about this place. Huh. Somebody just left that out here. Which way's the way that I came? Is this way? Is this just another way to get down? Huh. I'm stuck. Okay. I was stuck for a second. Bright Falls Sheriff. So the sheriff is changed.
Did you get lost, Anderson?
No. No entry. This location closed to the public by order of the FBC.
Shut up. Shut
Cauldron
up.
Lake
Shut
Rental
up.
Cabins. Just passed right through you.
Before we get to the crime scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly.
You can access the case board inside the Mind Place.
The Mind Place. My version of the Mind Palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. Building the Mind Place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head. The facts
like
are on the board.
I like our little sweater. It's cute.
Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth
Goals.
taking another look.
Goals to wait. The case board is a mental technique that allows Saga to analyze clues and progress the investigation. You can use R to move around. You can use L2, R2 to zoom. You can use L to move the cursor. You're now free to navigate the case board or leave by pressing O. Get to the crime scene, meet Deputy Thornton at the general store. A series of murders have occurred around the town of Bright Falls. Finding the connections will help our search for the killer. I want to scroll down. All victims reported missing in 2010. No other commonalities. Murder methods, slight difference in murders, bloating only commonality in the bodies, but not cause of death, chest trauma. Exposure to water post-mortem. Bruising on wrists and legs, deep gash in the chest, heart missing. All bodies experience bloating. Well, I think that's the guy that we just played as. Victims, these are the victims. Ted Lane, dentist, stab wounds, bloating, bruising on the wrists. Wendy Davis, teacher, body bloated, large chest wound. Percy Wolf, store owner, bruising, heart removed, strange tattoos. Wait, so is that not the guy that we just played as? Killer profile, post-mortem tattooing of the body. The murder targets have no discernible common traits. Chest trauma resembles animal butchery techniques. Cute little headspace you got here. Hello. Look at that, you can watch TV. Aww. Is that my daughter? Hello. I don't know who that is. My partner? Maybe?
I see you're already hard at work, Anderson. Close to cracking
Saying
it.
my place
We're
does
just
not
getting
pause the
started.
game, so be
Let's
mindful
head
of
down the hill
nearby
to the crime
threats.
scene.
Oh. Okay.
Nature.
It does not pause the game. Too much sky. I'm sorry. It's too much sky. Discovered map. I guess that's all that's here. Sorry, I was inside my mind palace.
Hey, Casey. You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Mm-hmm. Real funny, Anderson.
Chaos at Cauldron Lake. Rampage at the rental cabins. Unidentified man attacks vacationers in the dead of night. Sunday, an idyllic evening of barbecuing and late-night fishing was violently disrupted Saturday as a mysterious assailant attacked park visitors, causing chaos and destruction at the cabins. The incident left 3 people injured, one of which has been admitted to the county hospital. As to whether the attacker is still at large, Bright Falls police have yet to make an official statement, leaving local residents in a state of uncertainty. Witnesses of the crime were visibly shaken. One of them stated, "One minute we were laughing and toasting some marshmallows. The next we heard screaming coming up from the cabins. We didn't know what was going on, so we called the police and started running in the opposite direction," said Kurt Mill. Another eyewitness, who preferred to remain anonymous, said, "It's like he appeared out of nowhere. Suddenly my dog starts barking his head off and this psycho guy comes crashing through the trees. Don't think I'll ever feel safe in the forest again." A representative from the rental cabins, who chose to remain anonymous, wanted to remind customers, "If you have plans to stay at our lovely cabins later this summer, please get in touch with us, as we may need to rejigger some of our reservations based on the state of the cabin that you have rented with us." The representative went on to further remind future and potential guests of the wonderful amenities that can be found in their company's brochures and on the website, which is real nice, state of the art. My nephew made it, and he's a real computer whiz. Does a hike a day keep depression away? It might be bright, sunny July, but it's never too soon to start worrying about the gloomy months of autumn ahead. That's right, in the grand scheme of life, those dead, depressing days are just around the corner. Have you been taking your vitamin D? Probably not. But for all of you thinking, "There's got to be another way," there's good news. Hiking has been proven to be incredibly beneficial to your mental and emotional health, so get on out there and just do it. Just don't forget a flashlight in case it gets dark. Missing Doberman found on the trail. A heartfelt reunion took place this weekend when Miss Amanda Smith was reunited with her beloved dog Coffee Bean. Oh, that's a cute name. CB, as her owner refers to him, has been missing for 3 days, or had been missing for 3 days, and Miss Smith was afraid she would never see her best friend again. "When I got the call, I couldn't believe my ears," she said. "I must have asked, 'Am I dreaming?' at least 7 or 8 times. It was actually 9 times," confirmed Ranger Stevenson, the man responsible for finding the wayward canine. "It's rare that you get to give these kinds of calls, and I feel real grateful to have had the opportunity. What with all the predators out there, usually you're telling folks that you've found their dogs dead, the cat's eaten, and so it felt real good to give some good news, even if Coffee Bean is in kind of rough shape. The fur will grow back, sure, but, well, I suppose that's all I should say about that." Bright Falls' own virtual baking champ, little Sally Upton's whole family erupted into cheers when she won the big match this weekend. Was she playing soccer? Tennis? No, in this brave new world that we live in, her family was cheering her on as she won a match in a game that exists only on the information superhighway. The game in question was Mega Baking Star, in which players compete to make the tastiest treats and sweetest eats for their virtual judges online. Bright Falls congratulates Sally on her big win. Just a bunch of newspapers. All right, Alex, let's go. "Starting fires is prohibited. Please do not feed the wildlife. Leave no trace." What does that say? "Raccoons may be cute, but they are not cuddly." I don't know. Have you ever tried cuddling one? Oh, I
Stairs
can't
are
jump.
out. You okay to jump down?
I'm not that old.
Mirror Peak. The mighty mountain in the distance is no other than Mirror Peak, the iconic landmark overlooking Cauldron Lake. From the right angle, its beauty will be reflected on the calm surface of the lake, mirrored in all its inverted glory. pretty. Wanted to see if we could change outfits from here, but it doesn't look like we can. We'd probably have to restart from the main menu.
I'll be back in a second.
Roger.
So many places to go. Well, this looks like it's looping around to where we might need to go. Oh,
This
she
is not the
doesn't-
right way.
She doesn't want to go any
I
further.
have a case to get back to.
Okay. My bad. Mortar Falls. This powerful feat of nature will revive the spirit as it does the surrounding nature. The churning, grinding waters at the bottom of the falls resemble a mortar and pestle, like the one the Witch of Cauldron Lake is fabled to have used to travel through the night sky. I want to go see it.
Did you get lost, Anderson?
Not a bad place to get murdered.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
Can't read this sign.
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only
I
thing
like the
around
rain,
here
too.
that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did. Next coffee's on me.
I think I saw something. It'll only take a minute.
I'll wait here.
I think this is just... Oh. Maybe it doesn't go to the same place.
Hey!
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
Yeah, there is a
That's
different
me,
way.
at your service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you. So, the FBI, huh? That's so cool. Hunting down psycho serial killers and... What? Those are real? You guys hiring?
Let's just see this body, shall we?
I want to investigate, but I don't want to miss any dialogue is the thing. Uh, Monday, 9/3. Some suspicious activity spotted. The fielder thought he saw movement in the bushes. Footprints around the area were found, but some were comprised by the fielder. Note to self, train the fielder. Tuesday, 9/4. Nothing to report. Some animals. Regular. Wednesday, 9/5. Hunters out after dark. Poachers? Heard some gunshots. Not one of ours. Gotta keep an eye on these people. They could get more than they bargained for out there. So what was the other way? Is she gonna tell me I have an investigation to get back to? My God, there's so many ways I can go.
Can't go any further. Water's too deep.
Oh, we can. Well, now we just got our feet wet. We're gonna have soggy shoes. Soggy, soggy, soggy shoes. Witch's hut. The witch's hut. Here lived the witch of Cauldron Lake. Beware, her spirit may still haunt this place. I like your bones. There's no bathroom. Leave no trace, they said. Friday. Midge told me today that her family's moving away. This sucks. I haven't even told her that I like her yet. What's the point anymore? She said her parents want to get better jobs and get her to a better school in the big city. I guess that's fair. Who wants to stay in Bright fucking Falls? Sunday, so I told her. She said thanks. Fucking kill me. Monday, I snuck out last night again. Went to the big house by the lake instead of just watching it from here like I always do. Instead of just sitting around like I always do. Screw that. Anyway, something weird is going on down there. I'm going to find out what. Going to go back there tomorrow with better gear. I bet I can find a way inside the building. Take some photos. It's going to be epic. Gear. How do I look at my gear? Oh. What?
Is that a kid's lunchbox?
Where?
An Alex Casey movie lunchbox. Casey hates the endless jokes about coincidentally having the same name as a fake detective.
Oh.
He hates those cheesy crime books. But he really hates the movies.
But he's a detective, and there's a fake detective, fictional detective named Alex Casey. It's funny. Okay, so I guess it's just an Easter egg. We're real people. I know things can get a little crazy around here, but if you're ever feeling scared, just remember that Alan is watching over us. Manuscript fragments. Manuscript fragments can be used to upgrade weapons in the Mind Place. Oh my gosh. Hold the fire button to activate auto fire mode. This significantly increases the rate of fire. More bullets increases the magazine size by 50%. Another headshot. Land 2 headshots in quick succession to stun an enemy for an extended duration. Well, I only have one. Where's my gun thing? Oh, over there. Okay. Alan is watching over us, huh? Gosh, I'm lost. There's so many different ways to go. Witch's Ladle, Cauldron Lake. You can stick your head in there. Witch's Ladle. There is no mystery in Cauldron Lake being named after its cauldron shape, and yet there are many mysterious stories about the lake, it being a gloomy doorway to the underworld, or of a witch whose cauldron the lake really was. The legend tells that when the affections of a local sheriff went unanswered, he accused the lady in question of having bewitched him. She was drowned, but her dropped ladle grew into a strange tree named Witch's Ladle. The woman returned to avenge her wrongdoers. If she was not a witch before, she was one now. She killed the sheriff, drowning him in the lake. Then she took out his heart and locked it in a box. With the heart, she would summon him from the lake to exact revenge on her behalf, or so the legend goes. Why are you growling at me, you nasty little boy? What? What? I don't know what my dog's problem is. What is it, Sans? What is it? Huh? I don't know what bark means. I don't know what bark means. What? Come here. What's the matter, my boy? Good boy. He might need to go out. If he doesn't settle down soon, I might take him out. That's a tall tree. So yeah, I'm a little lost. Oh, hello. Just went on a little tour. So someone
Now,
was
this is the scene of the crime. We found him on
shooting.
the table. Now, we didn't touch nothing, you know, procedures and stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me a coffee.
Okay, let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders?
So I swear,
Step 1. Examine the corpse.
I swear someone was shooting at them. The bad guys that were coming to get the
I'll
guy.
look around. See you in a bit.
Take your time.
Thank you.
Wanna start by inspecting the body, Anderson?
Okay. So who was that shooting? Because I thought they were going to help me. But they didn't. Or am I just making up stories?
Hello, this is Agent Anderson and Agent Casey, FBI. We'd like to come in and ask a few questions pertaining to an investigation.
The station heads are not currently available. Access is restricted without their permission.
Nice talking to you, too.
Call him again. You'll never get rid of me. Whew. Wow. A guitar.
Anderson,
Yeah.
let's get back to work over here, can we?
A creepy twig sculpture? Hey there, Mr. Deer. You remind me of a dream I had.
These symbols are everywhere. Very cramped bathroom. Wonder what those symbols mean. I can't help that there's just so many places to go. UFOs and You, the ultimate guide to spotting unidentified flying objects. Writing this down in case it happens again and I forget. I got that feeling again. It hit me suddenly at 1:15 a.m. Whoops. It hit me suddenly at 1:15 a.m. after I'd finished my AMA on the porch of the trailer. I got in the car and drove, chasing it. Starry night, not much moon. As expected, it led me past Bright Falls to Cauldron Lake. I tried to find the right spot, the right emotion, the right thought, the combination to have it all aligned to make it happen. Terrified it would, it didn't. Not this time. Frustrated but relieved. I scanned the sky for the shapes, the objects, nothing. But when I blinked repeatedly, I think I saw the afterimage of the octahedron. It faded fast. When I got ready to drive back, I felt someone watching me. Here, but not here. It's him. I know it is. Does he know I'm getting close? If I'm on the right track, I was right to come to Bright Falls. How do you like the knitting, hero? I made it just for you.
Hey, Casey. What's the forest's favorite shape?
Please, Anderson. Just one case without the
A triangle.
I don't get it.
Yes, you do.
What's the forest's favorite shape? A triangle? That's a little silly. That's a little silly. Silly, silly, silly. Okay. Can't go that way. I'm just looped all around.
Welcome back, Anderson.
Thanks.
Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic.
Damn. You unlocked your first key image. You can place it on the caseboard inside the Mind Palace. Or place, sorry. I don't know why I keep calling it a palace. Allow Saga to see active clues. The key image can be selected with X and placed on the caseboard. Cauldron Lake murder scene.
Another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence?
Coincidence? Placing a key image on the caseboard begins a new line of investigation. When a key image is placed, it will prompt a new question. Another body has been found in the woods near Bright Falls. Perfect timing. Need to see if this is linked to the killings. We're here to investigate. Objects are viewable on the caseboard in your goals. You are now free to examine the caseboard or leave to complete the objective. Alex Casey lunchboxes, the previous murders. Wake wrote a book in the dark place called Return. Scratch edited it into a horror story. I need to learn more. I found an Alex Casey lunchbox with manuscript fragments inside. Who does this belong to? Are there others?
Finding a Casey movie lunchbox out here can't be a coincidence. Another message.
What? What are you upset about?
Think, Saga.
I don't know. I'm trying to put it on the board. Is that not what I'm meant to do? I'm not meant to put it on the board. Cauldron Lake. What does that say? Area? Bright Falls area? Who left these? Well, this is by Cauldron Lake. I set it there. A note inside mentions making knitting just for me. How do they know I knit? Or maybe just a coincidence. Witch's hut found near the witch's... A lunchbox found near the witch's hut at Cauldron Lake. The note inside mentions Alan. Alan Wake? What the hell are these? Well, hopefully I find them. I can only have one case up at a time. This is a little confusing, but I'm sure over time it'll start to make sense. Like these menus and this Mind Palace thing. Remember, you can quick access the map without entering the Mind Place. I'm gonna keep calling it a Mind Palace, because I'm fucking stupid. You can collect clues from the body to progress the investigation.
The killer left the heart right next to the body.
You.
Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down. Incised stab wound. Chest cut open. Heart removed.
This is consistent with previous killings, the major chest trauma. Cargo straps used to restrain the victims. Bruising indicates victim was alive when restrained. It matches other cases. Heart found near victim's body.
Doesn't make sense.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Newly discovered clues can be placed onto the open question. I don't understand. Newly discovered clues can be placed onto the open question. I don't know where to put this.
Okay. Heart removed from chest, strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
Excuse me. The clues have resolved the open question and unlocked a deduction. As you advance the investigation, new questions will be unlocked, updating your goals. You can check the updated goals by pressing triangle. Investigate the crime scene, learn more about the victim, learn more about the killer. You are now free to examine the case board or leave. I don't know, this whole like case board thing is a little confusing. Consistent with previous murders, murder watches previous cases but interrupted. May find some new leads this time. Oh, murder matches previous cases. I was like, watches? Murder matches previous cases but interrupted and may find some new leads this time. The victim? The killers?
Who is our victim? Who killed him? Need to find more clues. Multiple people were here. Multiple killers? Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it for a camera? Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here, waiting.
Lots of activity here. It's unlikely our killer was working alone. Oh, for later. Okay.
Was he killed here, or brought here after? For display?
He was killed here, I'm pretty sure. What does say? Have you identified
Any
the
idea
victim?
who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. Now, I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Nightingale? Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
Oh, I didn't know that was Nightingale. Clues can be discovered by speaking to people as well as by examining your surroundings. This is the guy that almost killed Alan in the first game.
Large amount of blood on the table. The victim died here.
Thornton. Victim is Robert Nightingale, last seen in Bright Falls 13 years ago. No one's heard from this guy in 13 years. Why surface now? Where's he been? Heavy blood spatter on the table. Okay, you don't have to like sigh heavily at me. Like I'm a frickin' idiot.
Boot prints, indicating multiple killers. Quite the party.
Multiple assailants present. Messy scene. Crime of passion? Premeditated? They really made a mess here. Caught up in the act or just sloppy work? Got anything more for me? You got anything for me?
So you knew our victim.
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times in Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
What happened after he got fired, or so he's been missing since 2010? Is that when the first game came out, was 2010? I think that's right around the time that I played the first game, so that must be when the first game came out.
So
What
what
happened
happened to
after he
Nightingale
got
after the
fired?
Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here,
I bet there's more to that story.
but no happy ending.
Can't believe it's been that long.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago. 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
Casey Nightingale went off the deep end. FBI fired him.
Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago.
Victim ID, Robert Nightingale, former FBI agent, mental state questionable at time of disappearance. Staking out this spot, having a cold one while they waited for our victim?
They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now?
I think I'm starting to understand this.
Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together.
Using her intuition, Saga can discover new clues by profiling people of interest. Missing person. Ritual murder.
Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake, before his murder. Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Flick the switch, it goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. And Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something.
Yo, who thinks up these things? Like, in this game. I mean, like, how do you come up with this, like, system? That's crazy.
This mug always cheers me up.
Not the worst mom. Cute. Nightingale came from Cauldron Lake. I feel that Nightingale came from the lake, but why now after 13 years? Where's he been? I trust Casey's read on people. Sounds like our victim wasn't mentally stable. No one's heard from this guy in 13 years. Why surface now? Where's he been? Looks new. Brought by the killers? Why? To mount a camera? A weird snuff film?
The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow.
Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Okay, well, I'll just wait here.
This one of your hunches, Anderson? Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me. What was this guy doing skinny dipping at this time of year?
Haven't figured that part out yet.
Mm-hmm. Lots of questions.
Lots of answers for us to find.
I didn't know trees got that big. Gives me the creeps.
You need to get out more. It is kind of creepy, though.
I just think it looks cool. Those pages all distorted.
Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
It makes no sense.
There's a piece of paper on the ground.
Can I not read it?
A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school.
Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Mm-hmm. Like a manuscript. Page of a story. Killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading the words. These words felt like a message. Someone knew they were here. Someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept?
Even if they knew it would end up hurting them. Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us. I should profile Nightingale about this page.
Footprints emerging from under the rock. What? He walked through a boulder? That doesn't make sense. Trail has gone cold.
I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense.
Too many unknowns doesn't make sense. Asking the wrong questions? A dead end, literally. Reading the words, these words, felt like a message, someone playing a game with them. So the killer is watching us? Game on. didn't realize I've had my flashlight out this whole time. If you're stuck or unsure how to proceed, don't forget to check the mind place. Oh, that's right. Profiling, she said. Manuscript pages.
The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale, gone missing here 13 years ago. Now he had suddenly turned up, only to be murdered in a brutal ritual on the very day of their arrival. And then there was the page. This page, the first page that they had found, not the last. The first step down into terrifying depths. Secret truths trembling beyond the threshold. Reading the words, these words, felt like a message. Was a message. Someone knew they were here. What they were doing. Someone playing a game with them. Leading them on. An invitation. How could they not accept? The sheer audacity of this impossible mystery presented to them. Even if they knew it would end up hurting them.
We found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what.
You made it back. Good. I hope you didn't get stuck in any of those big puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
Yep. Said something was put inside him, so how do I look? Maybe I just need to shine my flashlight on him.
My first ever prank on Casey. A true classic.
What? Put salt in the sugar jar.
Remaining.
Excuse me?
Miss you, kiddo. I'll be home soon.
11 remaining.
Why is the deer saying 11 remaining?
If only the rest of the Bureau knew what a softy Casey is.
Aw. Cute. 11 remaining. Nightingale has something hidden inside of him.
Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside.
Learned all I can here. Need to get body back to town for examination. There's more going on here that I'm seeing. I need to examine this body properly back in town.
Casey,
I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
Let's get the body back to town.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination, ASAP.
Well, sure, but the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the Bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Thanks. Let's get the car, drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the Bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
Seems like a nice town so far. Murders aside. Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
Do not touch. This station is property of the FBC.
A lunchbox again. Who's leaving these out here?
And either painting rocks or knitting little covers for the rocks. We're all in this together, hero. Have a heroic day. The note says, "We're in this together, hero." What do they mean? Who left this? There's 2 more. 3, 4, 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. Charm slots let you equip charms to enhance Saga's abilities. Only charms can be equipped in charm slots. Increases maximum health. Torn fragments of a manuscript page used in the Mind Palace to upgrade Saga's weapons. Charm bracelet. Bracelet made by Logan for her mother has hooks to attach charms to. Flashlight. I should have a lantern charm because I got the deluxe edition. I don't know how to put that on. Maybe I can't put it on yet.
Can't fit the clues all together yet. Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
A tripod? For a camera? To record a snuff film?
Maybe. And why take out his heart just to throw it away?
To stuff in something for us to find.
I thought I said no motion blur. That looks like motion blur to me. Cool though. Quick turn. I did turn the motion blur off. Yeah.
Here we are. Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff at the diner. I can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery. Need to swing by the lodge to get anything from the field office?
No, I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town.
Alright, I think we're gonna have to leave it here.
The diner's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
I'm gonna have to leave it here because it is my bedtime and it's a work night. But we will continue this later. I'm enjoying it so far. It was a little confusing, the mind place, but I think I'm starting to understand it. It just took me a minute. I don't know. Things are a brewing. But anyway, thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.